Meet Wilty, almost last of his kind. Oh, and Kevin's here too. Kevin doesn't say much anymore. These poor souls have seen things. Terrible, terrible things. But today, they are going to help me build an Arduino watering system, because my idea of plant care is setting a glass of water nearby and hoping for osmosis. For this project, I bought a kit from AliExpress. The link in the description. It comes with 4 moisture sensors, 4 pumps, a relay board and tubing. I picked specifically this kit because it uses capacitive soil sensors. You see, there are multiple ways to detect soil moisture. The cheapest option is resistive soil sensors, but they tend to work initially, then oxidize and stop working, which then kills the plant. So don't use them. Also, I wouldn't put these sensors into plants that I plan on eating. I expect lead and toxic chemicals on these components. Maybe you could wrap the sensor in a food grade bag, but the pumps and tubing are also questionable. So personally, I'd use this for non-food plants only. Luckily, Kevin isn't edible, so we can continue. Let's unpack. This is the relay board. Looks fine. Pooh, yeah, this tube smells toxic. I heard that if you smell the plastic, then usually there is a lot of toxic chemicals inside. Let me know in the comments if that's true. I don't know. But this really smells. You connect the tube like this. And then also here. Or do I have to put it underwater? It looks like this thing can be submerged. I guess we will have to find out. So that's perfect. Put it like this and then fill it up with water and then hope it survives. Cable is a little bit short. Also, how much voltage do they need? So according to this diagram here, we need 3 volts. 5 volt relays are good. You can directly power it with the Arduino. I have some water. I have my Wilty and the capacitive soil sensor. Perfect. I find it a little bit overkill to use relays, because these relays can drive 10 amps and I need a little bit more than 100 milliamps. So it's completely overkill. I could also use a transistor, which would be much smaller than this one. But yeah, whatever. Let's connect it to 5 volts and to ground and to analog in 0. Serial begin 9600. Serial print new line. So right now I get 540 and it's definitely dry, I would say. So let's put it into water. 240 seems to be pure water. And if I put it into the soil here, get 460. Okay, but this is definitely not enough moisture. So in this case, I would turn on the pump and add some water. And then this number should decrease. Maybe it needs a little bit more. Yes, the number decreases. Shout out to Maker Guides, this is great. So it basically creates an electrolytic capacitor, and the electrolyte is the soil. If the soil is dry, then the capacitor is small, and if the soil is moist, then the capacitor is larger. Common problems. There are different versions and models. Sometimes we have a missing voltage regulator. Sometimes we have an NE555 instead of an TL555C. Sometimes we have a disconnected resistor. Missing voltage regulator. This is not the case. In my case, I have a voltage regulator. Everything is fine. This chip is also the right chip. Yeah, it looks disconnected, but it isn't. Because I measured it and there was a connection. It's important to place it at a maximum depth. They will put the sensor into a bag. It's a good idea. Let's see how this changes the measurements. I guess this is not optimal. Didn't change much. What does it do in water? So it kind of works. That's good. Okay. So it's dry. I add some water. And it gets wet. And it gets dry again. It makes sense, right? It gets wet and then the rest of the soil sucks it off and then it gets dry again. Makes kind of sense. And now we should do this with the pump. VCC. We can also get VCC from here. Ground here. And then maybe pin 2. Question is, how wet is wet enough? Because if I add some water, it goes it doesn't change anymore. If analog read A0 is above 440, then we turn on the pump on pin 2 for 5 seconds and then we wait 5 seconds and see what happens. And we try it again. And we can keep this so that we see what's going on. Let's try this. Oh yeah. We turn it on and here we turn it off and we need a semicolon. And it's not an output yet. Oh my god. In mode 2 output. Great. Ooh, it turned on. And off. Good. Yeah, so if the relay is turned on, then these two are connected. So this is normally open and this is normally closed. Now I connect my power supply to the relay. You can also use a battery, 2 AA batteries are suggested. And this turns on the plus of the pump. But I also need to connect the ground. I'm ready. Let's turn on. It's already dry and it's not turning off. Yeah, so we need more water, but I'm not sure if we need more water. I don't think we need more water. let's stop this. In principle it works, it needs some code optimization. So 5 seconds is too much. It almost completely drained the bottle in 5 seconds and still to try. I could also use it as a reminder without connecting this pump. Might be a great idea because this looks like an emergency room. I'm not sure how high the Wi-Fi acceptance factor is with the current setup. It works, but you need to hide it somewhere. And also the software needs to be tweaked. Maybe if you go on vacation, it doesn't matter if you connect it like this. But then you need to be sure that your code actually really works. If you're not at home, might be problematic. If you feel lucky and try this at home and you would like to use millis, then watch my video first. If you use millis the wrong way, this could definitely end bad. If this video was helpful, please like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.